All right. All right. Wake up. Come on. Wake up. Let's go. Let's go. Chapter 12. Kyle, get out of bed. Ah. So, this should be an interesting night. This one will tell us, even though we don't have Barkov back, this one will tell us, uh, give us a better, clear vision. Especially, I mean, look, the defense is healthy. We'll put it that way. We don't have Barkov, but we got the guys supposedly that we want on defense. Well, I guess you could count kind of Balinskis. You might prefer to have him in the top six there in the sixth defenseman, but so this will be a good test tonight. Anthony Duclair is hurt, out 4 to 6 weeks. It is only 4 to 6 weeks from the sound and look of it when it originally happened. I thought maybe it was going to be worse than that. So he's just never been right since that Achilles, and I know they signed him to a 4-year deal, so they were kind of counting on him to be consistent, right? He's such a good guy, and he was a good player for us, and he's just not been able to stick wherever he goes, right? I mean, we basically traded him for Rodriguez. I know that wasn't a direct trade. Basically, we gave Rodriguez his salary, and all that happened, within 24 hours of each other. I think the whole, it was during free agency and everything. So he's just not been able to just, some guys are just, I don't want to say they're cursed, but some guys just don't have that luck. Like Rod Stewart's song, some guys have all the luck, and Duke is not one of those. Duke is not one of those guys that has a ton of luck. So 4 to 6 weeks doesn't sound as bad as I thought it was going to be. So what do we got? We got the Rangers tonight. This is the longest road trip of the year. I saw that headline today, and then I did not get a chance to actually look at it. So we're at the Rangers. Well, I guess because they're counting Finland, right? Yeah, so we're at the Rangers, at the Islanders, at the Sabres. That's 3 games. And then it's 5 games because of the 2 in Finland. But Jake, I believe it's eyes. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I heard it was a groin. I thought I heard it was a groin, but I heard that like a day or 2 ago. And then I didn't follow up on it. Eyes, you can correct me. I mean, it was an abdominal or a groin or something like that. That's what I thought. Eyes will correct me if I'm wrong. So it's a 5-game trip, but 2 of them are in Finland. So is that really the longest? Is that really the longest road trip of the year? When we come home, we've got a nice 5-game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game homestand. When we come home from Finland, we've got the Preds, Flyers, Devils, and then the Jets. That's weird. You don't see that all that often. On November 12th, we played the Devils at home, and then November 14th, we played the Devils at home. You see a home every once in a while, but I can't. So I guess New Jersey's going to be in town for a little bit of time. That's okay. So we got, what's that, 5 games when we come back? And then, wow, what a weird month that is. November, like we're almost home for the whole month of November. We come home from Finland, and we've got the Preds, the Flyers, the Devils, the Jets. And then we have a home and home with the Jets. So the home game against the Jets is the 16th. Then we go on the road to Winnipeg on the 19th. And then we're back on the road again for the Blackhawks on the 21st. And then we're home again for Avalanche, Capitals, and Leafs. So, geez, we've got another home and home. November 29th and November 30th. We play the Hurricanes at Carolina on the 29th, And the next day, we play them at 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Florida. That is some really odd scheduling, but it is what it is. So we'll just have to get used to that. So that's okay. Where the hell is everybody? Everybody fall asleep. Eyes, was it his groin? Oh man. So Kyle and I gotta go get we gotta go get our pumpkins today. We keep forgetting to get them. Because I guess the 28th, that's 4 days away. That's when he does we'll film the pumpkin carving. That's going to be the Halloween special, is I guess Monday the 28th. Jeez, that's 4 days away already. Today's Thursday, isn't it? Jeez, that happened fast. I guess I better get some ideas. I wonder if I should do a every NHL team's reaction to Halloween. Could I put together 32 costumes? Could I put together 32 costumes? That could get ugly. I could have each team dress up as another team. You want to talk about confusing? That would really be confusing. I don't have enough jerseys though. Because for some of the teams, it would have to be just their name, right? Because I don't have, and some of the hats I ordered, like the Ranger hat, the Islander hat, a couple other hats, they haven't even shipped yet. And I ordered them early last week and they haven't even shipped yet. So I don't even have a Rangers hat for the game tonight, for the intro if I was going to do something. I got the jersey, but I don't have the hat. I figured I had ordered it in enough time. So there's that. Is StreamYard not? Hold on a second. Let me check on something because I got something funky going on my end. Let me just see here. Okay, so I'm here. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. So we'll get the pumpkins today. I don't have any new costumes because we actually haven't gotten to the auction. Hey, stop. The video started playing itself. I don't want to watch myself watching myself. So, hey, Metal, how you doing, bud? It says Panther hat, Lightning jersey, Bruins glasses. Rangers pants, Leafs underwear. Oh, man. Yeah, so half the hats haven't even shown up, so that's okay. I like the Flyers hat. I wish it wasn't a Flyers hat. This one, it is so comfortable. It is, if you watch today's video, it is from the 2012, the Winter Classic, but it was brand new. It was brand new. 2012 or 2022? I think it was 2012. And it is just really, really soft. It is an older hat, but it was brand new. It is so comfortable. I wish it wasn't a Flyers hat. Although I guess if I wore a Flyers hat around here, I'm only 90 minutes from Philadelphia, I would kind of fit right in. And then my Capitals hat came, and it was brand new. But I don't know if you can tell or not. You see how washed out the front is? I mean, it still had the tags on it. You see how washed out that is? Right? The rest of it, you can see it's red. But the front, you can tell even on this crappy camera how washed out it is. But it even had, in fact, I never took the thing out. The thing, I did the video with the stupid thing in it. And so it must have been in the sun somewhere. I'm not going to complain, though. I'm not going to complain. I'll complain to you. I'm not going to complain to the sellers. And then I bought a hat rack so I don't have to stack them all right here because they're all right. Just like a dozen hats stacked right there. Eventually they're going to fall. So I got a hat rack for over the door. And then I almost bought a second closet because I have the stand-up closet, and then I almost bought a second one, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute. All the closet space in this room is empty now because Karen's stuff is gone. So I'm like, yeah, I can use, because this room has 2 big closets. Metal says, is it stitched Philadelphia? No, it's just got the it's just got the P. It's just got the P. It's a nice hat. I wish the Panthers would make a hat like that. It's nice and soft. This one's okay, but I like this one because it's got the mesh. This is all mesh, so my hat, my head doesn't, my head stays cool during the streams and everything like that. I used to wear that black one, and my head would just keep sweating the whole time. So, no, where is that hat? Where's the one? I gotta. It's probably too late to complain to fanatics. Now the Buffalo hat, the Sabres hat is nice. And again, I mean, I've already done 2 videos with the thing, and no wonder they fit so nice. No wonder they fit so nice. The Buffalo hat pops. I like the colors. That was nice. Let's see, what else did I get myself here? You've seen most of them. That's the Detroit hat. All right, so I managed to take that out of the Detroit hat. Let me see. The jersey hat, it doesn't feel like yep. I left. I've done videos in all of these hats now. No wonder they fit so nice. They fit nice and snug in the front. Now I know why. What an idiot. You could tell how many times I bought myself new hats. This would be it. Like, I bought the 2 new Panther hats. I never used to wear hats because I had hair. And now I'm going to be that old man. When I die, well, I guess Kyle would inherit everything. But if I didn't have kids, I would be that old man where you came to his estate sale and he's got like 85 hats. Can you imagine the hockey guy's estate sale? Jeez. I mean, I can barely afford the hats, but he's got the jerseys. Well, says, which current Panther do I think would make the best broadcaster on TV, like Lundqvist, Gritz? Let me think about that for a second. Let me think about that. Who's the one that last year he said that's why we got the Bubby? Was it Mikkola? Was it Mikkola that said that? That's why we got the Bubby? He'd be good. Now, if you needed somebody that didn't have the thick accent, I guess Kachuk, right? I would like to see Kachuk do color for a game. That would probably be fun. Reinhardt might actually be good at doing like analysis, you know what I mean? Because he's such a cerebral guy. He would probably. It's actually not a bad idea for a video. Panther players auditioning, right? The Panther players are auditioning for a broadcasting spot. That's not a bad idea, Metal. That's a pretty good idea. Hey, Colby. Yeah, Chucky or Erod. Though me personally haven't seen a lot of Erod's interviews and whatnot. We're going to watch. We've made the commitment. The 3 days. Because Panthers play the 28th. Then they don't play 29th, 30th, 31st. Kyle and I have committed to watching all of the Amazon Prime stuff and the ESPN Plus stuff. We're going to watch all that content during those days that we have off. I'm also going to completely rearrange this room. I bought myself a good mic. Not that this is a bad mic, but I bought a Rode mic. So I don't know if I'm going to change. I don't know if I'm going to change this mic setup. Something just crashed outside. It's really windy, but I might. We'll see. I might think about streaming with the Rode mic. See if that improves the quality or not. Not that the quality is bad, but I have to always remember. In fact, I don't think I did it with this one. Yeah, I got to start remembering to press record on these so that if I'm going to put out a clip from it, it's better quality. Metal says, I know I said current, but I think Okposo. Didn't Yandel do some, or is he still doing some kind of broadcast work or something? Manda, how you doing? She says we were 4-3-1 this time last year and went on a 6-game win streak. So what would those 6 games be? Let's see. If we were going to go on a 6-game win streak right now, without Barkov, who's got to be coming back soon, it would be the Rangers, the Islanders, the Sabres, 2 games against the Stars, and then the Preds when we come home. I suppose that, it's always doable. We're the champs, right? If you can get past the Rangers tonight, when's Barkov going to come back? He should be pretty soon, right? They said he was definitely going to be back for Finland. So you're looking at Tuesday, Thursday. No, Tuesday's done, Jaws. Thursday, Saturday, and then Monday, right? And then we go to Finland. Maybe he comes back just for the Monday game against the Sabres. Yeah. Hopefully we don't lose to the Sabres again. That was kind of weird getting trash talked in my recap video from Sabres fan. It was just one guy. That was weird. It was not something you would expect. I don't think I've ever it never crossed my mind. You expect maybe a Ranger fan, a Leaf fan, occasional Lightning fan, might give you some grief, right? But Bruins fan. But it never crossed my mind that a Sabres fan would take a victory in October and run with it like that. Yeah, Mel says November is pretty much all playoff teams except Chicago. Right. Greg says the primetime Panthers shows behind the scenes stuff worth watching. Yeah, we just hadn't gotten around to it. With the games every other day, we're doing so much other work. It just gets to the end of the day and we're both just kind of like, eh. Adonis says, hey, Jaws, glad to hear that my concerns of Maurice leaving are put to rest forever. Yeah, so he's got this year, 3 more years. And at that point, who knows after that? I guess it just depends on the state of the team and because at that point now you're starting to, they're going to have some guys in their 30s. That's kind of our window. Vincent says you look like Florida vibes, Dr. Jaws. Is it just because I'm just kind of like chilled back, relaxed today? I didn't sleep very well. I got I didn't get buzzed, like I wasn't drunk or stoned, but like at 7:00 last night, I got this massive burst of energy. So I did the podcast on the other channel and I did a bunch of other things around the house. I didn't get to bed till midnight. Now I was up at 3:45. And so I was outside doing some stuff then. And then I managed to fall back asleep from 7:30 to 8:30. But my sleep schedule is just not. I'm just I could easily just have one of you all run the stream from the chat and it would be a live stream of me snoring. Yeah, Kenneth says, let him have that one. Most Sabres fans forgot how to gloat, right? I says, I'm trying to get Panthers signed, Jaws, trending on Twitter. I remember Twitter. I don't go there as often, obviously, as I used to. For a long time, that's where I got, that's kind of where I started off with in terms of having people that would watch the videos. There was 50, 60 people from Twitter that were my friends, but you're talking, 2016, and they would watch the videos. And now that's kind of, they still do, but it's kind of shifted. I just don't have the time to go over there anymore. And then when you do go over there, if you spend 10 minutes on Twitter, you kind of regret it. It's on my mind. Go catch some kitty cats. The cat was outside having chicken last night. Man, it says I went to the game against Minnesota. That was one of the worst games we played in 2 years. Kind of concerning. It was so bad. I'm not concerned about it. That's how bad it was. It's like that one night of the year where you accidentally get drunk. I don't know how you accidentally get drunk, but you know what I mean. Like you never drink and then you go to a friend's party and you forget that you had a drink and then you have another drink and then you're sick the next day. It's like you're not even worried about it. Like you're never going to drink again. That's how bad the game was. It's just like I can't even bring myself to be concerned about it. Now, if they do it again against the Rangers, then I think we got a problem. I says I put links to your recaps under the official Panthers account to help get more views, and then your account got suspended for suspected bot activity. Oh, jeez. I mean, whenever I go to Twitter, if I want to engage with people that talk about hockey, I have to really seek it out in amongst the ads, the politics, and like the fight stuff. Because they'll pay more attention to what, like if I follow somebody that likes hockey and UFC, right? Well, the UFC tweets are going to get more than the hockey stuff. So they'll show me stuff that they posted, but it's UFC stuff. It's like, I don't want to see this. And then God forbid you click on a video or click on the comments and look at what somebody's saying, then it never gets out of your feed. Metal says the Amazon show really puts the Panthers in a negative light, especially episode 3 makes us the villains of its narrative, and episode 5 is exclusively an Oilers episode. It calls us dirt. Really? Interesting. Oh, now I can't wait to watch it. Fall Store says, well, we kind of are the villains of the NHL. I didn't really, I wasn't aware of that until I learned that everybody hated us through Low Quality Bruins fan during the first series we played against the Bruins. When I found his content and I saw there was a whole world of that existed that basically thought the players and all of us fans were just assholes. I didn't realize, of course, I'm not on Twitter, right? Very often. So I guess that could explain it. Vince says it's all temporary. Ekblad didn't want a friend like you. He doesn't know the depth of my love. Andrew, how you doing? I'm good. I'm a little tired, man. I'm a little tired today, but that's okay. I'll catch the snooze before the games tonight. Am I a big MMA fan? No. I used to like boxing like when I was a kid. Who was it? Larry Holmes. I used to like to watch Larry Holmes. But that shows you how old I am. Kenneth says only 7 likes. Like this stream or Zito moves the team to Quebec. We extended the lease, right? Didn't we do something over the summer where they like extended the lease? Or was that my imagination? Yeah, exactly. Craig says no more Cousins, so Ottawa will be the dirty team now. Cousins gets a bad rap. There goes my internet. Cousins gets a bad rap. It should pop back here in a second. Kyle is tired today too. Yeah, he's moving. Thank you, Metal. I was wondering if I remember that. My summer was strange. You know what I mean? There's like I said, I could have sworn I looked at statistics that said Bob and Stolars played about the same number of games. I got to go back and look at my videos. Did I grade both goalies? Did I grade Stolars? I don't know. I don't think I would have graded Stolars because he's not still on the team. I don't know. It's weird. iDog says, like the stream when Maurice puts Belinskas in as goalie against the Rangers. He's versatile, but not that versatile, right? I says, am I going to do a watch along with the Amazon series? I don't know. I thought about that. And then I thought about not doing it. We'll see. It depends on, what time of the day we're going to end up doing it, and we will have 3 days off. So I don't want to get anything copyrighted. See, that's the thing. Um like like with the games, you can hear the sound and everything, and it doesn't really cause us any problems. So every once in a while, a commercial song will get copyrighted. It doesn't. It's not a strike, but I don't know. I don't want to find out what Amazon would do if the video that we're watching on Amazon is audible on the live stream. That can actually get me a copyright strike because Amazon don't play. Let me scroll. Hey Matthew, how you doing, bud? I got your email, by the way, buddy. I appreciate that. Still, it says if we don't get 7 fans in the Rangers arena during our game, we move the team to Quebec. Matthew, remember he was out for a while. Chucky was out for a while. He'll be okay. He started slow last year too. Yeah, now fall store. That's probably more likely. What I'll do is more likely do a review of the face-off series. Come on, internet, will you cut the crap? Stop this. I don't got time. I don't got the energy for this, internet. Come on, come back. Thank you. The hybrid Mark Pysyk in goal. Yeah, exactly. Craig says, plus they just built a new practice rink and facility. They're not moving anytime soon. Yeah, I think our days of being worried about them moving, I think those days are over. I'm not going to be too concerned about that. Kenneth says internet seems fine. Haven't seen an issue at all. I appreciate that. Every once in a while, I get I get the warning that it looks like it dumps, but then it starts coming right back. So it might have just been a short glitch or not, but I appreciate that. Yeah. Steven Hines says second worst goal differential in the division is at least a little bit concerning. No less than 3 goals against in every game, as I mentioned in the last video. Yeah, it's 8 games in, right? Going to play the Rangers tonight. Odds are we're going to give up 3, right? I think if we get to if we start getting to game 12, 15, and we still started and we haven't started getting, when Barkov comes back, if we haven't had some games where we're only giving up 2 goals, then you start wondering what the hell is going on. We know that this team is very effort based, right? We know that they're really effort based. We know that if the forwards aren't coming back, that's a problem. If we're not being physical, it's a problem. If we're not being aggressive and winning battles to get to the puck, that's our whole thing. All of those things, we have to do those things to be successful. And I says we went to back-to-back finals. That has to have an effect on us. Nanda says, do I think our slow starts is Paul Maurice's strategic plan for the season? To a little bit of a degree. Obviously, he didn't plan for Barkov and Tkachuk to be out, right? How many games has Barkov got hurt? What, the second game, third game? So we've played 4 or 5 games without him. So that's that. There's partially that's that, and then like guys is saying, new players are learning a new system. Schmidt has looked better. Boqvist has looked okay. But Schmidt and Boqvist at best have looked okay, right? Where last year, OEL looked good, right? Kulikov came in, looked good. We were really happy with how those guys were playing. So it's a little bit of everything, I would think. Okay, so what's the second game? Yeah, Tua and Barkov each got hurt in the second game of the season this year. Yeah. Hey, Steven, how you doing? He says, also, sorry, everyone, but no more extensions. We extend Verhage and drop and then we extend Maurice and lose one, noticing a trend. That's happened before. Andrew, he's playing this week. Tua's playing this week. Matthew says, so our ceiling is not as good of a team as last year. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I mean, look, we won the cup, right? So for 99% of teams that win the cup, there's nowhere to go but down. So if you don't win the cup, again, your ceiling is now lower. That's just part of the price of winning the cup. Now we made it to 2 finals in a row. And I do believe that these guys are going to coast as much as they can. And I would not be against, I mean, as long as we've got Balinskis out there taking face-offs, as long as we're really not going to care to that extent, I wouldn't be against giving Spencer Knight a few more of these games. There's no reason to run Bob 4 or 5 in a row right now. Of course, we've been saying that forever around here. So, because if Spencer Knight could get rolling and give Bob some rest, maybe give the team a spark, a little bit of a different type of goalie. Not saying I want him to take Bob's job or anything, but if Bob's just going to kind of be out there getting thrown to the wolves because the defense isn't playing well, you may as well give Knight some games too. And Craig's got a good point. He says Nosik will be better than the new kid Giles. Yeah, Giles now ready. I mean, we got Nosik for a reason, The center depth, I wouldn't say it's a concern, but, at some point. But again, I think Giles is up because of the time of the year, because it's early. I think that if this was later on in the year, if it was the playoffs, I think you'd see that be Dalpe, or maybe we would have added a center. We could add another Okposo type player at the deadline, right? Vincent says, I'd take Stahl over Boquist. At least he got size. Cedar will fix that after New Year's or else. Yeah. Remember last year we were wondering where the hell Mark Stahl was too. Losing OEL was the one that was kind of make you a little bit queasy. Kind of knew we were going to lose Montour, but I thought that we were going to be able to keep OEL. Connor says Vasilevsky was pulled last game and seated with the Devils. I hope he wakes up. As a Bolts fan, I'm tired of these crazy wins. I want your 1-2, 1-3 boring wins back. I don't know that they're coming back. You started off pretty good. They started off pretty good. It could just be the same thing. You look around the Atlantic. I mean, a lot of the teams are doing the same thing. Just kind of hanging out. There's nobody running away with anything. The Rangers and Devils will, I guess, go back and forth all season for the top seed in the conference. Let them have it. They're just going to be playing Ottawa anyway, because I don't think anybody else from the Metro is making it. Hey, JC, how you doing, buddy? Kenneth says the Atlantic is no joke. A few injuries can put you in a bad spot in the standings real quick, and that goes for each team in the Atlantic. Are we still in first place? I think we're still in first place, aren't we? Panthers with 9 points in 8 games. The Lightning with 8 points in 6 games. The Senators with 8 points in 6 games. The Leafs with 8 points in 7 games. The Bruins with 7 points in 7 games. Sabres with 7 points in 8 games. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, first place to 6th place is 2 points. you know, right? And I mean, we're 4-3, and the Red Wings are all the way down at seventh place, and they're 3-3 because they've played a couple fewer games. It's just nobody's running away with anything. The Rangers haven't lost in regulation, and now the Devils have lost a few games. The Capitals look decent, right? They've started off a little bit better than I think people thought. I mean, could the Hurricanes not get that spot? I don't know. It's tough to sit here in October and bet against the Canes over the Capitals, but yeah, you never know. But I think Ottawa's going to get, I mean, I said this in my season preview. I think Ottawa will get that spot, but it's those goals against 29. Does anybody in the NHL, has anybody allowed fewer or more goals? Holy crap, the Penguins have allowed 35 goals in 8 games. Holy crap. The Penguins have allowed 35 goals in 8 games. Jesus. That's bad. Julian says, calm down on Adam Boquist. He's still a young player. Look at what Forsling started off in his career. Hold on now. I know that you didn't just. Now, come on, brother. Hold on. Now you're going to make me look this up. Now I got to look this up. Let's see. Adam Boquist. Oh, he's only 24 years old. He's only 24 years old. He's 6 foot. All right, I can somewhat agree with that statement. I didn't realize he was that young. I did not realize he was that young. Huh. That's interesting because we just got him on a 1-year deal. Hey, Nick, how you doing, bud? How you doing, bud? I'm just reading the chat here. Yeah, Stolarz was special last year. He was just stuck on the Ducks. Yeah. Well, he did work on his rebound control. Yeah, Caps are looking good. Soyley Green says just because Forsling drop on Zito's lap via waiver wire, that doesn't mean Abo will have another career trajectory like Forsling. Right. Yeah, no, I get it. I didn't realize he was only 24. I did not. I'll be honest. I didn't realize he was that young because we only signed him for 1 year. So that usually is reserved for like older kind of veterans that are trying to, like I said, I mean, the Boquists, that happened like either like the couple of days after Fluffy passed or right before. Like there's stuff I don't remember because it just didn't stick in my head. I wasn't even paying attention, to be honest. But the fact that he's only 24, what that makes me say now in terms of the trade deadline is he definitely want to add some veteran depth and size at the trade deadline. Yeah. So Boquist may eventually work out, but in terms of a long playoff run, I do believe we're going to need to fill that spot. Yeah. Matthew says, we are great at training and molding defense. That's true. I like Balinskis, though. I do like Balinskis' game. Hey, true. Julian says, well, I agree, but he needs a shot to seeing Zito gave it to him, but limited cap space and draft capital. We can't acquire much. Yeah. Trade deadline. You can always get a team to take a little bit of the salary. I agree. We obviously don't have a whole lot of room. But you just somehow Zito always manages. And look, like somebody like Okposo, right? Like I think they took most of his deal, right? I don't think we had to pay very much. Oh, here comes Trey again. Kenneth says Jari 836 save percentage and a 5.5 goals against. When what's the dude's name from Toronto? Kyle, what the hell's his last name? The GM? My brain. But when he went from Toronto to Pittsburgh, and the first thing he did was sign Jari to the long contract, I just kind of, Dubas, thank you. I just kind of I shook my head and said, what does he see in Jari? Jari's never been, I didn't think Jari was worth that. Not that it's all his fault, but it was an odd move to come in there and give Jari a longer deal. Julian says, give up a first for Ben Sherratt. Sounds like a great idea. Let's see if it works, Jaws. That wasn't my idea. I didn't do that. I didn't make either one of those trades. Certainly the Sherratt one, no. Right? That definitely that was stupid. I'm thinking more of, and I've said this before, I'm thinking more of acquiring a guy if they decided that they're going to move on from Ekblad, acquiring a guy that would cost us something, but that could be an Ekblad replacement. I know that might be a bit of a wishful thinking, but they're going to need somebody unless Belinskas continues to develop. If Maurice, when Belinskas is done playing forward, if he puts him up there with Mikkola and Belinskas becomes a legit, solid, dependable second pair guy, which I think he possibly could, then if you went into the playoffs with, 5, 6, 7 being Kulikov, Boquist, and Schmidt, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? To acquire somebody at that point, it's going to be a little bit sketchy. You'd have to move somebody. True, it is 65 and what is it? It is 65. It is 65 and sunny and breezy right now. Trey says Ekblad and Knight from Makar. I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think that's going to be enough. They're going to want Ekblad, Knight, Sordiff, Sachin, a first, and they're probably demand that I never wear the Avalanche hat again. That's the very least of what they're going to want from Makar. I says after the Ben Sherratt trade, Zito was told to run his trades by Jaws before making them. Yeah. Maybe in my 80s. Maybe when I'm 85 and I've been making videos for 40 years, they'll make me like honorary GM for a day and have me sign a contract so that they can, I can retire a Panther. Shut up, Trey. Say, where's the mod? Where's Nick? You're gonna have to ban Trey. Julian says, to me, it could be Sergachev. Think overpaying for young defensemen like that would work. Huh? How would we feel about that, Panther fans? I mean, Thurman Thomas played for the Dolphins, so there's that. Ow, what the hell? My arm is cramping. So that's Makar turns 26 this week. Gotcha. Just get some of the Facebook mods. Eyes, I'm pretty sure that they would accuse me of that being I had people think that there were two people with that Chucky tray. With the Chucky trade. I was reading the chat. There were two people that thought that I actually had real inside information. And I was just pretending to predict it to protect my insider information. There were two different people that thought that. I wish, I wish, I wish I would make that trade. I wish that I had that level of insider information that I knew about the trade at the moment Zito made the phone call. Yeah, got traded to another stream. Oh, did Trey? Did you really ban him? Did you really? Did Trey? Did Trey really get put? Oh my God! Oh, you're still there. I said I'm Team Dangle now. Yeah. You do that. You see if Dangle will make you a caricature, huh? You see if Dangle won't even return your emails. I guarantee it. Vincent says I'd rather pay Makar 12 than Sergachev 9. Yeah. Would that even be legal though? A Forsling Makar pairing? Like, wouldn't you want to split them up? Like, that would kind of be a waste, don't you think? I mean, wouldn't that kind of be a waste to have Makar and Forsling on the same pair? I don't know how you would do that. Just gave him 10. You can do a 10-second timeout? I didn't know that. You can do a 10-second timeout? I did not know that. I didn't know that. That's funny. Shows you what I know. I see. So next time Rosado comes in, we can give him 10 seconds. We'll give him 10 seconds every time he says Daryl Hall sucks. That's funny. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Like, if you, I know we can't get Makar, but would you put Makar and Forsling on the same pair, or would you split them up to just basically have two shutdown pairs? Right? Because Forsling with whoever and Makar with whoever, I mean, if Forsling can be paired with Ekblad, he can make it work, right? Liam says, do I see Ekblad a part of the future? Man, I go back and forth on that so many times in my head. I think this is what I'll say. I could totally end up being wrong. But I think that the only way Zito gets rid of Ekblad is if he doesn't offer him a contract. I think that, and I don't think this specifically is going to happen, but I think Ekblad wants to stay so bad in Florida, so bad that if Zito came to him and said, look, the best I can do for you is an 8-year deal at $2 million a year, he would take it just to stay. And I might be a little bit hyperbolic, but I think that I don't think Zito can go low enough to make Ekblad say, that's it, I'm leaving. I think that the only way he gets rid of Ekblad is if he doesn't offer him a contract. And Zito's got to find out from the people with the arena, how much is it going to cost to take Ekblad off of it? They have to replace the glass. I can't imagine that they would be able to use the same glass. I think they would have to take all that glass down and put up Chucky's face, I would assume. That's got to be a pretty penny. So Craig says Ekblad 4 years, $4 million. That pisses me off just enough to sound about right, Craig. Metal, what Craig just said. Julian says, Josh, you know Zito's going to re-sign him, but it will be less money. Yeah. I if somebody gave me $100 and said, am I placing my bets, I would place a bet that he's going to get re-signed after Bennett. Yeah. I cannot imagine a scenario where they would let him walk unless, like I said, anything can happen, right? Huberto's at a party at 11:30 on a Friday night. Hey, pack your shit. You're going to Calgary. Anything can happen. But past that, if we start hearing rumors of Cale Makar wants out of Colorado, remember, because we heard the rumors of Kachuk, right? So, but past that, I think 4x4 is probably. Trey says, I think someone gives Ekblad a bag based on name value. True says it's a peel and stick. Well, you ruined my whole narrative, Nick. What's wrong with you? He says they could take it down in 20 minutes and put Rhino up. I don't think 20 minutes. 20 minutes might be a bit much. Now you're just exaggerating. Make a point. Cliff says it all depends on how much Eki thinks he could get on the open market. Maybe. I think it might depend on if we win the cup again. Right? Like if we win 2 cups in a row, he might be like, all right, now I'm willing to leave Florida. Cliff says in his last contract, it's his last contract, most likely. He has to try to get as much as he possibly can for his family. I mean, that's true. But, okay, so like if we gave him 8 years at $3 million, that's $24 million. Right? So if New York was going to give him $8 million, but for 5 years, that's 40, 24 and 40. Take 10 million off of that 40 kind of ish for taxes in New York. It's still a big difference, but it's not like it's 24 million or 35 million, like Florida or New York. You know what I mean? And then you just end up buying them out after the 4th or 5th year. Vincent says goodbye, Ekblad. Just banned him from the rink so he wouldn't need to come, right? Metal. Yeah. No, never. I would never exaggerate to make a point. I would never do that. Basically, it's all been downhill since the Lundell video. Since I stood there and said the Kachuk trade, basically I can pretend to not be serious about anything I don't want to be serious about after that. You know what I mean? True says, who in their right mind would want to waste cap on Ekblad? He's like a broken tool in the garage. He's a very I don't know, man. I mean, Dolphins just paid 200 and something million, whatever, 55 million a year for a guy that's head is kind of cooked. There's always somebody willing to pay. I mean, we gave Yandel the bag years ago. Vincent says, just watch the playoff highlights alone. Ekblad is a double agent, a spy, a traitor. Why are we even debating keeping him? All right, Andrew. Appreciate it, bud. Boy, this time went by fast today. That's good because I'm a little bit dizzy. At about the 20-minute mark, I was having a little bit of heart palpitations. I thought I was going to have to end the stream, but they calmed down. So that's good. I didn't die. Wouldn't that suck if I just like had a heart attack on camera right here and live? Kyle's asleep. He wouldn't know nothing. Right? I would clunk right out. That's okay. I'm still here. Craig says, watch Ekblad go to Detroit. He's from Windsor, Ontario, right across the bridge. Huh. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see what Bennett gets. And then once we get Bennett's deal done, there could also be a cause and effect with if we end up moving somebody, right? If we end up moving somebody to get a defenseman, you don't know. Injuries happen, that type of deal. I'm okay, Nick. I don't know why I had it. I haven't had any problems in a while. I think I just haven't had enough sugar today. Yeah, and I don't think about it. I haven't had any carbs today. I think that's what it is. Name says Bennett 6x6. Yeah, you probably give or take, pretty much right on there. So if we give them, and it's interesting, I got 66 people watching when you said 6x6. There's your juju sign for the day. Meadow says Ekblad for a first, my body, Crosby, and Trey. I wouldn't give Ekblad for Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Ha. I see how many of you youngins you would know who the hell that is. Well, we'll see. Once Bennett signs, if we give somebody look at the cap thing. I don't I know what it's called. What is it? Sport Track now or Puckpedia? If we give Bennett $6 million, if we give Bennett $6 million and the cap goes up $4 million, how much space do we have after that? Somebody look that up. If for next year, with what we already have, if we give Bennett $6 million and the cap goes up $4 million, how much space do we have at that point for Ekblad and to fill out the rest of the roster? Because the defense, most of the defense is only signed next. I mean, Forsling and Mikula, I believe, are the only ones. I think is Belinskas signed for one more year. But like, I think Schmidt is a 1 year deal. Boquist was a 1 year deal. Ekblad's contract's running out. And we need to win this second cup now. Right? Meadow says, remember Swaggy's contract kicks in next season. We would be over the cap already if we kept everyone in the cap goes up. Yeah, no, I know Swaggy's contract. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying if we give Bennett 6 for next year, and we already gave for Hagee his 7, if the cap goes up 4, yeah, and Yandel's money comes off too. So that's an extra $1.5 million, which we need. Like that's why we're playing Belinskas at forward. Meadow, wait, that can't be right. Next year? That can't be right, Meadow. We'd be over. Hey guys, don't start. Don't start with me. I already did my Owen Tippett video for today. If you haven't watched, I put out a Flyers and Capitals reaction to where's my drink? Oh, it's what's the I put out a Flyers and Capitals reaction to being the only game last night. It's unfortunate. The Flyers guy was drunk from the beginning. He didn't even wait for it to get to be 4-0. That dude's got a problem for sure. Yeah, we can't be over already at that point just by giving Bennett 6 next year. I'll have to look at it. I miss Cap Friendly. Cap Friendly was the only site that I would go to, and then it's gone, and so I'm stubborn. Liam says, according to PPO, we would have a 79.275 cap hit with the $6 million Bennett deal. Okay. So, and the cap, so that would give us the cap. What is now? What? Okay, there you go. Southern Green says 14,725,000 cap space left for 25-26. Deduct Bennett's number, and that's the amount. Thank you. So that gives us about 8 million for the defense and to fill out whatever we need on the fourth line there. That's plenty of money. Oh, let me rethink that. 14.7 minus 6 is 8.7. If you gave, don't shoot the messenger, but if you got 8.7 left and you gave Ekblad 4 of that, now you got 4.7 left. And you've got 1, 2, 3, fourth line spots left to fill at basically $1 million, whoever that's going to be. So now you got about $1.75 left to fill. That's not enough money. It's not enough money. We couldn't even give Ekblad 4. Bye. If Bennett gets $6 million, there's no way that they're planning on keeping Ekblad unless he's going to take 8x2. And Samuskevich is an RFA next year too. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. So he's going to need something. So there's no way if we give Bennett 6, Ekblad's got to be adios amigo. Now, if we give Bennett 6 and then we let Ekblad walk, we're rich. We're kind of rich-ish. Rich-ish. You know what I'm saying? Richie. Yeah, like that. I want to see how much Balinskis can develop. Can Balinskis become Forsling's partner? And then we got somebody cheap. Right? If that could happen, Forsling, Balinskis, Mikula, Kulikov, and then just put Kyle and I as 6 and 7 on the bottom pair, we should be good. Yeah, Hoodrich. There you go. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Mackey will be cheap unless he gets points, but he'll get a little bit, right? Kenneth says that's a loss of a lot of defense in a couple of years. Well, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Unless also don't shoot the messenger, but don't forget Spencer Knight's contract runs out the same time as Bob. If maybe the plan is to give Spencer Knight enough games this year to make him an asset worth trading, and we blow that 4.5 out, and we go get another Lion or another Stolars or another Drieger. You see what I'm saying? Not that I really want to do that. God, just please don't let us. No trading Spencer Knight to sign Ekblad. Oh God, that could happen though. I'm sorry I said that. I'm going to be sick now, but that could happen. That could actually happen. I should end the stream now. I'm ashamed. I even thought that. Oh, geez. All right. I'm going to go. I need some carbs. I'm going to pass out. I did not eat enough carbs this morning. I had chicken and eggs, and I am weeble wobbling right now. Yeah, Metal says, like the stream where we trade Knight to sign Ekblad. Trey says, trading Ekblad to sign Spencer. Go to the corner and think about I'm sorry. I am ashamed. I just stare at the wall like you used to have to do in kindergarten. I just stare at the wall. All right, everybody, enjoy your day. And we'll see you a half hour before the game tonight. Hopefully I feel it. Hey, thank you, Eyes. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Eyes. Much appreciated, buddy. Genuinely appreciate that. And we'll see you Kyle, we'll see you 1.5 hour before the game. Hopefully I'm not dead.